Now it's One Shot Spittoon. This is Night Lights with Randing TV, and we got King Merlino as a special guest. What does it sound like?
What's good, man? What's good, man? I'm honored for you to even think of me and want to do this with me, man. I appreciate you thinking of me, bro.
Oh, no problem, man. And yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you one of the earliest artists that I was doing write-ups for, you know what I'm saying? And out of enjoying the music and plus just seeing a vision. I don't know, you know, it's obviously not the same. We didn't know each other, so I'm not gonna say it's the same vision, but I was definitely confident in you. You know what I mean? I'm still confident in you. And you've been working hard, man. Like you said, you mentioned 2020 was a crazy year, and not even COVID. You know what I mean? That's part of
Yeah.
it, but things other than that was going crazy, and I agree with you there. So I missed out on a lot. Like I wanted to have more recordings, more shows, more write-ups, and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. You know,
Right.
and I see you working out here, bro. So it's not like I'm just ignoring you. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, gotta get
Man.
him.
You already know that. Yeah, man. It's 2020, man. Like I felt like I got mixed emotions about 2020. 2020, I felt like that was the year of elimination. Those who weren't supposed to be for you or you're not supposed to be around, they revealed themselves. I feel like everything that you wanted, you had plans on achieving in 2021 couldn't be done or couldn't get done if you held on to the shit that's going on in 2020.
Right.
Like, hey, bro, that's why I put out 3 projects in 2020. Like, it was a bunch of shit going on. Like, so I'm just thinking to myself, I'm an overthinker in myself, manic depressant. Like, so instead of meds and all of that cool shit, work. My whole thing was I'm just gonna work, put this shit out here. It was hard because I got niggas in my team like coming at me like it was just like, listen, man, this shit wild, but I had to keep working because if I didn't keep working, I would drive myself crazy. I would drive myself crazy or probably do something stupid just off of pride alone. Just off me feeling like, okay, somebody is saying something that I know is not true.
Yeah.
I know that I'm a solid person, but people are putting it out there like I'm not. That bothers me more than anything else because all I got, my balls and my word. So I don't like for anybody to assassinate my character, and it could have went a whole different level. But I chose to just stick with the music, man, leave it at music and just stay focused. Like, and this whole thing, while I'm trying to be focused, I'm hearing shit, I'm seeing shit. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, why am I the villain? I feel like I'm being pointed out like the villain, but at the end of the day, I know I'm not the villain.
You know,
I ain't the bad. I'm gonna keep working. If I was the bad guy, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this music. I feel like I'm very in tune with myself and with the Most High. So if I was in the wrong, I wouldn't be able to keep on being productive. I would be blocked. It'd be a whole bunch of things going on that would stop me, like literally stop me. But shit been going on. I peep what's going on, but it's not gonna stop me because, I mean, man, that's king mental, dog. Like you and bro, the crazy part is, man, 2021, 2020. Nas my favorite artist, man. Nas my favorite artist.
Mine too, yeah.
He dropped King's Disease, bro. I felt like he dropped that simply just for me. Like everything that this man was saying, I needed to hear. I needed to hear, not even with looking bad at other people, but at myself. Like I myself, okay, I caught myself, yo, I'm suffering with King's disease. You really like humble yourself down, slow yourself down, and stay in your lane, stay in your path. Do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. he was preaching to me, and I'm like, every song, like man, this nigga is talking to me. I felt like I was like empowered, like, and nothing stopping me and none of that shit. That's why I said I'm doing that double. After that came out, I'm doing the double disc, John. But you can't do a double disc now, because I mean, unless it's all physical.
I know, right? Yeah, because it just don't, you know.
Which that's corny. Like I feel like they should do a feature, like a double, like type feature, because you'll never get that feel.
That makes
never
sense.
Get that feel, man. Like that life after death feel. You never get that feel when it's two sides or the blueprint and the guy like you'll
like
never
a B-side or any of that.
None of that, man. So I feel like is that thing is good for artists, but at the same time is not good for artists like myself and yourself who know one thing, like who know this thing. I'm used to this. Yeah. This was the golden era when you can get a double disc.
And by the way, Nas don't pick whack beats. That was not even an MC or a dope producer that said that, or somebody who we accept in this culture. You know what
no,
I mean?
No. Listen, that was the most ridiculous thing to me, bro. Like he chose whack beats. He didn't. I don't like his beats, boring and all of this. Listen, so you'll rather listen to the beats that everybody has. That's right. What you want here, and you're not bored with that.
And he don't say the same rhyme word that everybody say neither.
He don't.
You know what I
mean? Like I feel like, man, he one of them artists. Like I'm glad he worked with Hit Boy. I'm glad he worked with Hit Boy just to show people, because a lot of people who always said, nah, his beats, he boring. They was on the tight time like, hey, man, like Nas talking some shit. Nigga been talking shit. Like y'all just not listening.
That's real.
Yeah. That shit is wild out here, man.
And like speaking of 3 albums in 1 year, so you did If Dope Had a Face, and that, I mean, If Dope Had a Face, so that, like, I felt I mean, you thought of relationship a lot, you know what I mean? But it had a lot to do with that album. It's again in art and work of art. It's also a lot involved in that. You got your children involved. You very family involved when it comes to your music, your socials. You know what I mean? Like, it's transparent, and I love that. I love that about the music, the art, the person, because I think that's a good example. Because we get a lot of toxicity out there, and people get it confused, especially if they watching, false reality TV shows. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they think that's what a family is, or they think that's what a household or something, whatever it is. So it's dope to see, and then to hear your babies on the record.
Bro, that was like, she was on my heels. She's on my heels because I got a song about my son, like about my sons. And she like, all right, so when I'm gonna get my song? Like, I'm like, all right, baby girl, I'm gonna give you a song, but it was like, for some reason, writing about her was harder than writing about my sons, because I know what it's like to be a boy, and I know what I wanted, like, as a young man. So I'm just like, man, listen, I thought of this hook. I thought of a hook like years ago. I was gonna have someone sing it, but my daughter, she sings herself. So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna do one better. She wasn't even at the studio, bro. I told her, I recorded on my phone. I told her how it go, and she just sung. And when I talked to the engineer, bro, he was like, yo, so she's on point with the melody, all of that. And I'm like, yo, it's in her blood. Like
that was playing just now.
Yeah, I heard that. I appreciate that's love, man.
I mean, I like the whole approach. And then I think, the winner side is a softer tone. You got there's some aggressiveness in there, but like the center side, that's like what I like, the beats that I like to rap on, and my approach. You know what I'm saying? And then every day gotta get high, like or for different occasions. Like, I'm like, yo, I relate to this nigga so much, bro. Like,
man, that's like regular. I don't want to be looked at as I had an issue with trying to look like something because of my past and what I did and what I know I did. So I had a complex with sticking with that. This is who I am. Not understanding and realize, yo, this is not who you are no more. You don't even like conduct yourself that way no more. So be who you are. Just be who you are right now. Right now. Like, because I told everybody know my life about the trades. If you the first album, you know my life about the trades. I tell you everything. I keep the same facts in there. Every song, whether it's from me using like the term 380, that's in multiple songs because
I was gonna touch on that topic. Like one of my favorite is like the first. Okay, so God Got Me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So and God Got Me Still, you touch on that, but also like in Merlino, you say I made God Got Me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm never going there. I'm never going there. You can't. I can't go there, man.
And I know with the family. Speaking of the family, I know you know your mother is heavy in your music. You know,
absolutely.
You know, rest her soul. I know it's in heaven. I know she.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, but it's for me. I hear the lyrics and I see some of the posts and all that, but for somebody who don't know that much about you, like what is that like?
Like what
going trying to get over it and then even being reminded of it in your music
is, to be honest, man, is one of them things. Like I was just talking to somebody about that, and that happened when I was 3 in 1987. Mm-hmm. I was 4. No, I was getting ready to turn 4. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to turn 4. And she passed a day after my little brother was born. So it's like trauma, there's no limit, time limit. There's none of that, because as a 37-year-old man who getting ready to be 38 on the 19th, that shit still like fucks with me. It still affects me. But at the same time, it's crazy. Yo, I'm a very complex person, man. Like my album I was going to actually name a joint Simply Complex. Like I'm very simple, but I'm complex at the same time. Like my thing is, me keep talking about my mom, that actually makes me feel better. Now the song for my mommy, that song was one of the only time it really, like I was in a booth, like in tears. I was in a booth in tears, and they're like, yo, your levels is not right. And I'm like, no, I don't care. I want it to be
right. Exactly.
I want the people to feel my emotions when I'm saying how I'm saying. If I sound like I'm down, yes, I am very down. I want you to hear this. I don't want it to be perfected or none of that. Like,
you want that pain to be heard. You want them to feel that pain.
Right. This is me. Like, and also my daughter, she's a splitting image. Like, that's her. She flipping and dancing. I know exactly where that came from. I know exactly where it came from. So I end up meeting my wife, who's also a Leo, my mom was a Leo. So all of these things is like, that just keeps her alive. It keeps her alive.
Our birthday is that close?
Yeah, man, when your birthday?
23rd of July.
In July?
Yeah.
Oh no, my birthday March 19th.
Okay. Well, you said so she's also a Leo. All right. So you're saying like
your
daughter and your daughter and your wife.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what. Yeah. Your it's coming up too, man. That early celebration to you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I'm trying to go Vegas and live it up, man.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That's very achievable.
If I went to Vegas once before, I wanted to stay, bro. Hey, like that whole vibe. You can just walk the street and smoke, and I'm just like, yo, this is fucking love. Like, I can't believe this is like real life shit. I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
You smoke down the street, you gotta tuck No, but it's like the cops look at you.
That's the least. That's the least thing they worried about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know a couple people got to go out there. Actually, this year and late last year.
Yeah, man. I went like March. No. I went like August.
Okay, so yeah, that's actually when I moved to this little apartment over here. Now that's dope. I see you also you got a dope lineup of again your children are some features, but you got some cool features, and you know we got a heavyweight feature, a very sensitive topic with Scorsese, man.
Yeah, long list Scorsese.
Incredible song. I feel that he definitely, you know, he fit the role that you was looking for. It all came out right. And you know it really hurt me. You know, I'm sure a lot of people were hurt by that whole situation.
Hell yeah, man. Like I didn't even know him personally. And it's crazy because everybody that I even on social, Jason Griff, my man, he's like he never met him personally. He never met him personally. Don't have no pictures. I feel the same way. We communicate, text, through a DM, all of that.
Right.
And he's just one of those boys. He's just one of those dudes. Like you click. Like it's only 3 people that's like that, bro. I would say like that I don't know 4 that I didn't know from a can of paint, but showed love. Like is you, Scorsese, my man, Shout the Sound from Atlanta, and I cannot remember a New York. Damn, I feel real bad, man. Yeah, but that show love. He was one of them dudes, man. I used to reach out to like, hey, yo, your marketing game is on a beam. Like, yo, what do you like? What do you do? He telling me like, listen, you gotta start making videos. You gotta start making videos about the tracks. You gotta. He just explained it to me, and we was actually talking about me joining Insubordinate Records.
Okay. Wow.
And he was like, yeah, man, he got to talk to the team. But he sure is not going to be a problem. Like, I know it ain't going to be a problem. And then that happened. And it was crazy. It's crazy because his verse was way longer than the 16 bar.
Oh, yeah. So that's okay.
And I feel bad because originally I wanted his whole verse on there, but it was over the 16 bar mark. But he said a line. He ended the rap, like the verse, with Louis Farrakhan, a bitch. Damn right, I'm pissed. So I'm like,
yeah, like that. You know what I mean? We can't. Yeah, I mean that's a big bomb.
I'm like, ooh, that's. I don't know. And I asked him about it, like, yo, you want me to keep that John like on there, man? He like, man, that's how I feel. Like he had lost his brother recently. So
right.
Like, yeah, man, that's how I feel, man. I lost my brother. And I don't give a fuck. Like, and that's how I feel. So I'm like, okay, I respect what you're saying. So ultimately, I was going to put it on there until I realized, oh shit, it's past the 16 like bar mark. So now, if I would have known what was going to happen, I would have put his whole verse on there.
You would have left it on there.
Like all of it on there, simply because that was the last thing that we did. Yeah. Like the last thing that we did, I would keep it on there. I was even thinking about just doing this shit over and putting it out there. His whole verse, like. Because
like an exclusive version.
Like he wanted to be heard. Who am I to deny him from being heard?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, man, that shit hit me like, bro, it was weird because I felt like I knew him. And I felt like my close homie just passed away. My close homie just passed away. And I didn't even I wasn't not even 6 feet, like close to this boy, not even 100 feet, like none of that. We was planning on meeting at Studios Maximum. Yo, what studio we go? Like you go to? He telling me he's in another state. I said, boom, we can meet halfway, or we can go. I'll come to you. Like I want to just work, and it wasn't about me joining the squad for financial shit. It just was that team, the whole like. I like how y'all moving.
Right.
Y'all moving like it's crazy. Like y'all already got a deal. That's how I'm looking at it. Y'all moving like y'all got a deal. Y'all got the mindset like y'all already got a deal. That's the type of motivation they need to be around, and not, oh, we just unsigned rappers. And you know, niggas ain't gonna listen to us. They put themselves out there like y'all gonna listen to us, and you will. And with all the marketing, I'm just like, wow, man. Like with the dials and the stickers, man.
They had so. Matter of fact, I got something.
Hey.
Yeah, look like this album right here is hard. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see it too good.
Yeah.
That album. But yeah, I got some buttons and all that.
Yeah, me too.
The sock, yo, them socks is crazy. Like one day I got to get some of them socks.
Bro, I wanna in every track on the Marvel theme, John. I say, "Long Live Scorsese." In the beginning of every John.
Yeah, that was the project y'all was working on.
Right. We was talking, and he like, yo, that's a dope idea because I did something similar already. And he like, hell yeah, we could do this John. And everything happened. But I told myself, okay, that was a joint John that we was gonna do. I already had in mind I'm gonna do my own EP, but I'm like, let me make this the focus. Let me make this joint a focus because we was talking about doing this. And we just gonna get it out there. So I say, Long Live Scorsese in every track. I also wanna adapt the Stacking Chips on record, crushing every single enemy. I wanna, out of respect, man, I wanna keep that going. I told Griff, told him that, like, I want to keep that going, cause I never knew what he said at the end, like crushing every single enemy. I never knew. I just knew Stacking Chips on record, and I'm just like, yo, he said this on every song, like every song. So all right, that's his thing, and I'm just like, man, it's only right, like, to keep that alive, man. Even like to keep that, man, cause that shit really like fucked me up, and I didn't even know him personally, man, but that shit had me like on some, I went into like depression for a little bit, like cause again, I don't take no medication and none of that, so it's like I deal with it mentally. Like I'm a strong individual, so I deal with the shit mentally, but this shit just, a cloud just went right over, and I'm just like, damn, this shit, wow. Like then I'm listening to the tracks, I'm listening to the track I was on his song, and I'm listening like to my song, and I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like damn, we had like, damn, I'm not understanding, but I mean, I can't question y'all's work, man. Like
I know, right?
It's just hard. I know I'll never understand the reason why, but I just hope the family, man, is at comfort, man, and like in that peace, man. Like that's because they lost 2 sons in a short time, so that's like
my whole thing, and I'm glad I get to talk to you about it, because like you remind me a lot of myself. It's like, you know, you definitely believe in the Lord, and I mean you're very like me. And his where he stood, period, as far as spirituality, or where he stood or the afterlife, and then him dying, that don't sit right with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
right.
kind of like, I'm like that, like nah, like, well, I don't know, but then again, I don't know. It could be anything could happen to where he could have accepted the Lord. I don't know that. I don't know. But just from my last convo with him about where he stood, you know, and just the way, I don't know how that all went. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think when he made that statement about Farrakhan, I felt like, bro, that's one of those things like you're really hurting. You're hurting because of what you're going through. And like he said, man, he just lost his brother. So you're hurting. You're doing a lot of you're expressing yourself unfiltered because I feel like that's your pain. And you're putting it out there, something that you probably normally wouldn't put out there, but you're putting it out there like, man, fuck it, it is what it is. Who gonna stop me from saying, like, because you're angry? And that's, bro, you notice I just recently started cursing in my music.
Yeah, you took it out for when I first came across your music. But I know people go through things, and and trust me, like I even go through it myself to where, not saying I haven't put it back in a song yet, but I just been listening to some of my old joints. Yeah. And I almost hear two different dudes. You know what I mean? Almost hear not as much as the content. Like, yeah, there was a time in maybe like the mid 2000s where I had more like street rhymes, like maybe some dope or something about drugs or something like that, or clapping something. I had more of that when I was like early 20s, that type of rhyme. And it was cursing. I was still a lyrical dude.
Yeah. That was my thing was, I believe I started on on If Dope Had a Face. That's when I started, because that's when
that's why I noticed it.
That's when I was going through shit. Like I was going through it. So I felt like, I'm saying what I want. Like, it is what it is, but I still kept the only difference was I start putting more of the old version of me in my music. Like, that's why Brenda Center, majority of that was O2 Merlino. That was O2 Merlino. That was that lifestyle. That's how I rap.
There's a line that goes at somebody on the last song, right?
Yeah, listen. That's it went at one of the members of UFO. I say his name, Jay Ford, man. It went Yikes 215, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Who's my best friend of 30 plus years.
He's been on joints. Yeah, y'all rhyme together. Like,
listen, that whole story, bro. That story is wild. But he originally, I felt like, now before that on If Dope Had a Face, I had a song, No Apologies, where I'm talking about him. But what I was trying to do was like a tough love type track. Like, I'm telling him basically, and throughout the verse I kept saying, it's all love. You still my brother. Wish you the best. On my mama, I hope you do the best. All of this, I'm putting it out there, but I'm like, yo, I'm a better friend than you. And it's time for me to love myself. You can't say I'm disloyal over pictures when all you had to do was just communicate with your little brother. Like, if you felt some kind of way, instead of going to the internet and saying little stuff indirect, like I'm not a rapper and like I won't catch it. Like, but he took it like it was a diss. The only bad thing I said was, expensive shoes don't make you real, homie. That was the opening line. Expensive shoes don't make you real, homie.
I take that general, like a rapper that's out here just trying to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it's deeper than that. I see.
I was coming at. Well, I that was addressed towards him. So he came out with an album, Apex Predator, and he went on a podcast like, yeah, man, it's some shots. I'm popping shots, all that. You want to know who it is? And this. So I'm thinking to myself, meanwhile, I'm working on Brenda's winner, Brenda's sinner. So I'm focused. I'm in album mode. Meanwhile, if you listen, you hear me say the you, because I recorded these songs when I was with them, and I didn't go back and change it and take it out because that was who I was at the time. So the last joint, I didn't listen to his album. I didn't listen to it on purpose because I didn't want to feed into the negativity, because ultimately in the song that, no, okay, bro, my fault. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to explain all of this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so listen, boom. Radio, he EP my my album.
Wait a minute, I know who that is. I know who that is, but other people gonna see this. So Radio Saheem.
Yeah, Radio Saheem. It's all love the radio, man. I accept that some people are who they are, and everybody, just because you grew, it don't mean that everybody have to grow at the same time when you grew. So, yeah. But anyway, he EP'd my joint, and I put the No Apologies joint on there, and he was in the session, and I'm letting him know. I let him know beforehand. Yo, I'm talking about. I'm going to mention the situation with Jason and all that, with Ford and all of that. He like, I wish you wouldn't do it, but all right, I can't stop you. Okay, boom. So I did it, and he like, ooh, like he feeling it, right? So I'm just like, all right. So then I'm doing my album. I was supposed to EP Radio's his debut joint, like his EP.
Okay.
I was supposed to EP that joint. I was supposed to executive produce it. But he had a song called Kill the Lane. Now, I had a track on there. He took my track off. All right, that's cool. I don't mind. But he got a track called Kill the Lanes. And he's rapping on it, but he also allowed Yikes 215 for whatever to diss me on his song. My thing is, wait a minute. Yo, what's up with that? He said, oh, you dissed him on your joint. I said, yes, that's my song, though.
Right. Not bringing nobody else into it.
I paid for the session. I said, do you think Bleak would have ever let Beans diss Jay on his track? He would tell him, no, man, you do that on your own time. So then when I came to radio about it, he like, I don't see nothing wrong with it, bro. He expressing his feelings like you did. And I'm like, I paid for the session, but he like that was my session, my song. Man, he like, no, but it's still expressing like the art. Listen, so from that point, I said, okay, I no longer want to EP your joint if you're going to have that. So Ford took over and EP'd it. I heard the song. Meanwhile, I'm doing my album, and I was going back and forth whether I was going to respond. Because again, bro, I know these people. I know a lot.
I mean, you've been around them for a long time. I mean, I've known you for a few years now, but you already knew them. Like you already had joints with them.
A very long time. Like I said, me and Jason, we grew up on the same block. Okay. Like we grew up on the same block as best friends. Like took baths together at 3. yeah, exactly. Right. So it's like, all right, damn, he did his genre. Radio don't understand why I feel some kind of way. Okay, it is what it is. I did my track, and I edited it out of love. I edited the track, bro. The track is 70%, not even 70, 60%, because I took the 40% out because I'm like, nah, this is too much. But I'm also a strategist, so I went against my own thing. My whole thing is you attack to destroy.
Yeah.
You attack to destroy, and that's all. Like that's it. But I went against that, and I edited it out of love because it would have hurt a lot of things, families, all of that. It would have did a lot of damage. like, because I was personally going to take the Pusha T and Drake route, and I was going to be Pusha T and just like expose, okay, who the man that you are, like, but I put that out there, and then I see another track where it's like Kill the Lanes 2.
Wow.
Kill the Lanes 2, bro.
That's going at you too?
In his radio's track. Kill the Lanes 2 with him and Ford on there. Radio, he's talking about whatever, like, but it's like it sounds general, like you're talking about anybody. So I didn't take it like, or you ain't saying anything. My wife even said, it don't sound like you're talking about you. Ford, we're Ken and Ryu. We I know you can't sneak nothing by me. Sneak nothing by me, just like I can't sneak nothing by you lyrically. You're gonna hear it, you're gonna catch it. I'm hearing little things. You're talking about my my anxiety, my depression. Yeah,
I was about to say, what can somebody dish you on?
Like you talking about your antidepressants and all of this, your song's boring and all of this, and I'm just like, okay, you're still saying things. And I got another partner in there, Still Low. And again, none of this is a diss any of them niggas. I mean, this is the truth. Still Low, who had a problem with me. I see him earlier. I'm going down the way because I don't hide from my hood. I still go down there with my hood. I go down there. My mom still live down there, so why wouldn't I be in the hood? Yeah. I see him, and I'm trying to speak to him. He ignored me. He's a part of UFO as well. Okay, but I didn't know this. I mean, because he said he's getting away from him. Okay. I'm like, damn, dog, what's up? Why you ain't speak? Boom, 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 boom. He said, I feel like, don't forget these tweets. I was tweeting. I don't know if you be on Twitter like that and shit, man. Like, I know you be on there.
I actually use Twitter probably more. I think I use that the most.
Well, I tweeted some shit. And fuck them UFO niggas. If anybody follow them, let them know I'm on their ass. I'm on their ass, full speed, like, it is what it is. None of them can check me. And I'm just expressing how I feel because I felt like y'all niggas still talking. Y'all still talking and all that. So he sent me these old tweets. And he like also in your song Elevate, which is a positive song because it was on Brenda's Winter. He said, you said some bars that ain't sit right. I said, what bars was that? You said they'll send shots to air your chest. That's Lowwhere. Now his name is Low. Still Low. I said, bro, because they'll send shots to bare your chest. That's Lowwhere. Mm-hmm. The bear is Polo's logo. If you were an artist, you would catch these things. He said, you also said something like, now I can uplift you or tummy tuck your gut with some still. Then you choose. I said, you thought I was talking about you by saying that? The thing is, bro, you want to find a reason to be down with, like, and I understand, and just say that. Like, just say that. That's my whole thing. My whole thing is, I thought he was offended by me saying, yo, I'm like Magic with a sister with classes that's written. That's on a hush, though, because truth be known, I wrote his first rap. I wrote the boy, Low, Still Low, General, Still Low, whatever his name is. I wrote his first rap. So that's what I thought he was offended by.
Right.
But it wasn't that. It was things that had nothing to do with him. Even that line had nothing to do with him because I wrote for other rappers in Philly who are known as legends. Like, who is known as legends, who is on Instagram as verified. I've written for rappers before. So I'm not, why would I talk about you? So all of that stuff, bro, I'm off it. I ain't worried about it, man. I just felt like, yo, the whole Kill the Lane thing, man, that's kind of crazy. So I reached out. My sister, like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, they talking about me. She reached out to Ford. Ford say it's not me, it's radio. It's not me that's doing it, it's radio. So now, all that stuff that you was talking that really didn't sound like you was talking to me, were you talking to me? Because I'm going off what your man says. So I said, I'm an old school nigga. I'm from the 80s, bro. So I'm from North Philly. So my whole thing is, you mention my kids, you mention my woman, we got a problem. It's going to go past all of that. It's going to go past the other shit. So I tweeted with no fear, if what Ford said true about radio, I will smack him, smack blood in his mouth, because I don't tolerate that. And he know that.
Yeah.
So then he's like, damn, what's the issue? I show him where his man says it wasn't me, it's radio. And it's still somehow I'm still the bad guy. So it's not one of those things. I can even try to apologize for the misunderstanding. Okay, I thought you was talking about that, and I don't play about my fucking family, so I reacted this way, and da-da-da. But it's still, you trying to manipulate me. Listen, some things aren't for everybody. I'm not for everything. I'm my own man, bro. Like, I'm my own man, man. I've always been there for everybody in that circle, even when it hurt me, even when it put my marriage in danger, when it put just being there for them. Like, so yeah, it fucks me up, because I'm like, all of this is because of, you can't communicate me. You can't communicate with your so-called like brother that you have an issue. I feel some kind of way. Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm hurt because I'm a human being. I'm a real nigga. I'm a good soul. So what is all this? Where's all this villain shit coming from?
But why? My thing is, why say that about your music? Like, oh, you make boring songs. Why would you be making songs with me all this time? Or if we've been in the studio all this time, why haven't you let me know that my joints is boring? Or you know what I mean? Or,
bro,
like, but again, that's another thing, dealing with a group. I haven't been in a group myself. I've never been there, but I mean, you dope, bro. I mean, it's not like you need a group, and I respect you guys. I like you.
Appreciate you.
Through you, I know them. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right.
We've always, anything that I've said, Sai is probably the one that I've communicated with. I don't think me and Ford. I think I followed Ford or something like that, but I know that me and Sai have said what up and shit like that. You know what I mean? Bro. I got respect for them, and I hope everything is good with y'all.
Me personally, bro, I still view, I say Ford as my brother.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I still view him as my brother, but I mean, sometimes you gotta love family from a distance, and you know your family. You know your family. When your family show you something, man, you don't ignore it.
Right.
You pay attention to it. So my thing is, I don't wish no harm, none of that. He was the one that was making threats. Yo, I can come to your crib, knock you the fuck out. Listen. Especially when you know, it confuses me when you know my past. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not on the same link when it comes to that. When it comes to the street shit.
Yeah.
And you can be more popular, more famous, but anybody in my neighborhood will tell you these things, that will vouch for me. It's no lie. I never lie in my raps. You never heard me through all the years since I met you talk about a foreign. I don't talk about AKs, and I don't talk about dealing with Chapo and all of that and having these bricks. I don't talk that. I don't talk none of that. Like, all my stuff is authentic and is basically me telling you who I am. I mean, want you to know who I am.
There's stuff in there, but it's like, it's experiences. It's not bragging. It's like, hey, I went through this. I don't want to do this no more.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, I mean, and that's the difference between somebody who's an artist or somebody who maybe just be trying to, like what they say, clout. I mean, honestly, I hate when people say the word clout chasing, because if you want to be a successful artist or entrepreneur, you have to have some level of clout. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But there's But there's I know what they saying though. Like somebody who's just pretty much fronting basically. They just
yeah. Because a lot of this shit just be like when you see a video or something, you just be like, what? Like,
yo,
like,
I'm
but
lost.
everybody,
Bro, I'm lost in this generation. When I see video, little 30-second videos, 12, I don't know what if they don't point out something, I don't know what they talking about.
Bro, I'm a whole comic book dude. Like I grew up on that shit, man. So my thing is, man, this is Bizarro World. I don't know if you know what that is. Yeah, you know what that is. So you laugh. See?
Yeah. The homie Daddy V, he got me on a feature where we did like straight DC joints. Like we went through the whole shit DC lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I said,
bro.
He brought it out of me. There's a line I said I'm through chasing hood rats. I need a Harris. I'm smoking perp with Miss Ferris. You know, she got some purple power. Like I remember her, she had some purple type of power. Like you know what I mean?
Listen, is that's our like down really understand, man. Yeah, man, I'm smoking drinking a little bit, so I lost what we was talking about.
I'm gonna grab some. I'm gonna load up myself. It's right over here. I ain't going nowhere. Hold on 1 second.
All right, brother. And we're not just talking about
yeah, that some blueberry gelato.
Yeah.
Blueberry gelato is what it's called. I don't be into the names too much, but this one it do what it's supposed to do.
Right. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and you did mention, and yeah, man, your wife. I mean, she's obviously she listens to your music, obviously. You know, I mean, she's not just. You know, some women they don't care what their man is doing when it comes to his art, when it comes to his craft. You know what I mean? And the fact that obviously she know you, but she also know the artist, and it's not a big separation. You're like DMX, like DMX is his artist. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same person. You know what I mean,
bro?
So for her to point out these things and notice them things, that's dope too.
Bro, a lot of people don't like realize, but we'll be sitting in the room, sitting in the bed, and I'm like, yo, you want to hear what I got? You want to hear what I got to this, y'all? She's like, yeah. Right? And I run it past her. All right, yo, how do this sound? Do that sound right? Do this, do boom. Like, even when I did the track situation shit, bro, I'm talking about cheating. She's on a track. Like,
at first I was scared when I first heard it. I'm like, oh, don't let her hear this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then I hear her and stuff. I'm like, yo.
Listen, I told her the concept. Boom, this is what it's gonna be. And you know, cause I gotta branch out as an artist, like, cause these things happen in my real life.
Yeah.
I ain't perfect, like so nobody is perfect, and somebody can relate to it. So yeah, man, I'm like, yeah, man, this is what it's gonna be. I want you to talk like you do. You play the role of the side chick who talking shit like, damn, I know you ain't with that other bitch, meaning your wife, but it also come across like that's my wife talking like, yo, you out, I'm worried about you, and you out here with these other bitches and da-da-da. And I'm just like, bro, this shit, I felt like that was one of my best, like the Brenda Center and Brenda's Winter, John, man. I felt like that was one of my best, John, because I was going through a whole lot. Shit, even divorce, bro, like
which I've been through.
Yeah, man. So even all of that, like things are kind of so I ain't too sure how things are gonna go, man. But ultimately, man, I'm a family man. I want my family. I mean, but everything gotta be on the same page. So to anybody that's gonna see this, John, man, if you got somebody that you build something with, y'all not gonna be on the same page all the time. You ain't going to be on the same page all the time. Now the thing is, y'all have to be willing to compromise, and you have to be willing to say to yourself, is it worth it? And if it's not worth it, let it be. And like they say, man, if it's yours, it'll come back. Let it go, and it'll come back. So, yeah, man. So she's a big part in my music, man. I got a lot of songs.
All is well, man. That's scary right there, man.
It's hella, bro. Hey, listen, hella scary, man. Like having
y'all. I mean, I don't be there with y'all. I see pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But pictures, man. You know
exactly.
You know how.
When you touching on that, also to relate with the comic book, you did kind of like what if Spider-Man married whatever with the streams of dreams like that. You know, these what if scenarios. I thought that was pretty dope too, with the racism, with the cheating, like that.
Bro.
I mean, it's just different ways that you approach a song that make it more entertaining.
I appreciate that, man. That was like that whole streams of dream. That was when I went on Logical Nonsense podcast, man. It was like, yeah, that's one of they favorite genres because it was different.
Check that out. What's the name?
Logical Nonsense.
I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Follow them on IG, man. Logical Nonsense. My man, Filthy Philly, and my man Joe Bada. They do the job. Joe Bada, yeah.
Yo, these names, the names alone.
That's Philly, man. That's like so that song was like, yeah, like the alternate reality. Like, just what if it was just like, I'm actually pissed now thinking about it because I could have really put that on the Marvel EP job.
On the Marvel.
Damn, I moved too fast with that situation. Like, but
this the underground, man. You make your own rules.
And I didn't even. It's crazy because I didn't even realize you the first one that pointed that out. I never saw it that way. I could have named that track Multiverse or Alternate Universe.
I got some comic books right here, and somewhere in there is 2 what if Spider-Man joints.
It's crazy, man. That's crazy because like I never viewed it like it could be a part of that whole thing, but that was just an alternate genre. Like, what if we looked at whites and was like, man, fuck you, like. And what if they looked at us the way we looked at them? Like, okay, when we see them in the neighborhood, yeah, we do the little like, oh, what the fuck? But at the same time, it ain't on time like you live around here? What the fuck you doing around here? Well, we don't be on that type time. Like, it's always us being a forgiving, man. That's y'all made us, man, forgiving people. So, I feel like that's one of our downfalls. Like we too forgiving and we're not worried about self more than we should, the way others are.
Especially now.
Yes, exactly. So my whole thing was like, yo, what if it was like y'all was getting hung and nobody gave a fuck about it?
Yeah.
You couldn't. What if you love my daughter and I was on the type time like, man, get your nut ass out of here with a shotgun. Get the fuck off my porch. What if I was on that type time? Like, what if life was like that? And then the second verse was my alternate lifestyle, which was all true. What could have been? I had a 4-year English scholarship to Florida A&M, like an English scholarship. So I could have did that, but I mean, being rebellious, I stopped school selling drugs and did what I had to do. What if I would have did all that? Would I have my kids now? Like,
I know, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, would I meet them? Would I, all of these things? What if my cousin would have asked me for money and instead of trying to rob a nigga and got killed? What if he would have just asked me for the bread? Mm-hmm. Like, and all of that shit just end up with, ultimately, I don't care if my mom passed and didn't leave, if her C-section only left a scar and not a dead, would I be inspired to rap? Yeah, like, truthfully, I don't care. The only thing I want is me having mommy back. And then ended with, let me get out my head. Like, let me get out my head before I go off too far. Like,
you got the ability to do that, but then you also got the, like, what is it? It's subtle, but at the same time, it's like it's still a power shot. You say got to stay on point like a one guard. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, people, bro, it's funny because people miss a lot of that.
Bro, how many drinks are these? These are three drinks? What's this cocktail you making right here, bro? It's all mixing in your stomach.
Hey man, the funny part is I became a drinker. Like, I was never really a drinker. I was a drinker as a young boy.
Yeah.
As a young boy, I stopped. The quarantine fucked me up, man. Like, the quarantine, like, really fucked me up, had me drinking. And I don't know, man, it's
tequila.
Tequila. And
you got a margarita. Okay.
Yeah.
But you the cup.
Yeah, and I got my trusty pink Moscato, cuz
that good old yellowtail.
Man, hell yeah, man. Hey, listen, so yeah, man, man, the quarantine got me, man. It got me.
It got everybody. It got everybody. It was weird because I don't know. I think I told you at the end of 2019. So the middle of 2019, I think that's when my divorce happened, right? So like, then right at the end, just unexpectedly, man, I didn't know what was going on. I was just feeling weird for weeks. You know what I mean? For like a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and then I remember a series of a few days, I just dropped stupid weight, like dumb weight, bro, and so I ended up going to the hospital. I had walking pneumonia. You know
Damn.
So like that was the end of November. But the way that the doctors delivered it, they wasn't sure of that what it was. You know what I mean? So like what they had me possibly thinking, it threw me off for a few months. I had to wait like 2-3 weeks to get results for another CAT scan. You know what I mean? To hope that things were negative for anything terminal. You know what I mean? And just them throwing that possibility out there, because they got confused when they saw my CAT scan. When they saw the X-ray, it was like, oh, it's pneumonia. But then when they saw the CAT scan, they was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they sent the scary doctor in there, like that. She came in there. She came in there like I left the toilet seat up or something. You know what I mean? Like she.
What did it say?
Well, she was like, you got something like two centimeters in circumference of blockage in your lungs. You know what I'm saying? Of what they say, of matter in your lungs, and my lungs. Part of my lungs was eating away. Like I had lung damage. I had tissue damage. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, in 3 weeks you gotta get another CAT scan to see that if it's cancerous. And thank God, you know, everything it wasn't cancerous. You know what I mean? Praise Yahweh for that. But during that time, just trying to recover, get my weight back, you know, get my confidence back, and I wanted to write music, wanted to record, wanted to do write-ups and all of that, but it was like my mind was somewhere else. And I remember during that same time, there was an interview with Andre 3000 and Rick Rubin.
Okay.
And he was saying what I was going, like he was like, yeah, I don't really know with the music right now. He didn't really know direction. He wanted to make music, but he didn't really have that urge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't have the same confidence. He didn't have that same urge. So I was like, damn, at least, you know, somebody else going through this, and this is somebody who's accomplished.
Right.
You know, and then boom, what happened? 2020 ended up getting custody of my son and his older brother. You know what I'm saying? So there was court cases throughout the years. So like these little things was starting to roll, you know what I mean? Little hiccups. But overall, God kept things going to where he was providing, you know what I mean? So where we was
Right.
good, we was taken care of. And there's recovery, we bouncing back. I'm healthy. Got all my body parts, you know what I'm saying? All my senses. You know
Bro,
what I'm
that bro,
saying?
that's the big picture, bro. That's
Word.
the big thing. Like, because ultimately, like you said, you just got custody. So if you're not healthy, what's the big deal and you get in custody?
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna manage?
right. Like, hey, listen, man, that's job, man. You gotta there's a lot of shit you see, man. Like, it's like growth. Like, you really gotta have that support system. You gotta have that relationship when it comes to whoever you worship. Um, you gotta have a relationship because ultimately, man, if you listen to what these doctors are telling you, especially as a black person, I don't trust. Like, I don't trust you, motherfuckers. Like, I ain't.
Medical do not mean healthy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Medical
exactly,
is not health. You know what I mean?
exactly,
It's
bro.
something
Like,
to do with the medical field, not necessarily health though.
bro, I was supposed to be a nursing assistant. I was the only man in my school, in my nursing assistant school. Um, I could have got valedictorian and shit,
Wow.
but I missed one word. Like, I misspelled, not misspelled. I misunderstood one word, and it threw me off. But once we did the interning, and I saw how these people get treated in nursing homes and all of that shit, I'm just like, nah, nah,
Yeah, you got a heart. You got a heart, man. Like,
nah, this ain't me. Nah, this ain't me, man. That's why I work with kids.
yeah, I see you
I work
switch
with,
it up. I see you switch it up. Yeah, man.
I work with kids, man. Like, and I keep it a beam with them kids. Like I put, bro, and it's funny as shit because I put quotes on, like, we got a little whiteboard where I write the kids down and what time they Zoom classes start and all of that. So we know, so I know what time y'all got to get back on because, of course, kids ain't going to want to get on. They going to want to play. They ain't going to say, oh, yeah, I got class then. So, boom, I check with the teachers, all that. I put rap verses up there, and I have it up there for them to read. Yeah. This joint I put up on Friday. A couple mistakes here and there, not always right, but I'm always real. That's how I sleep at night. Like, I put that up there, and just for look, I know they ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna see what I'm
No, but
trying to
it's a
do.
seed though. But it's a seed.
Right, exactly. Like the other day, I put leave him in the wilderness with a sworn nemesis. He'll make it. Like, that right there, like you like just putting that, just planting that seed, like you said.
Well,
Like,
they probably comic book and anime fans, so they know what a nemesis is.
right. Exactly. We like, well, what Mr. Owl? Like,
And
what Mr. Owl talk about?
they
Like,
know they on your album, right? Those are the
oh
kids.
yeah, bro,
That...
they was hype. When they heard the John, man, I played the John for them. Of course, I asked their parents beforehand.
right.
All that. Played the John for me. Like, yeah, Mr. Owl, let me hear that John. And it was like, all right, they amazed because it's not like all right, I'm gonna go on YouTube. No, it's on a music platform. Whereas, like,
You
oh,
got
this is on. Oh, this is on this.
exclusive.
Like, and I shouted out the my job, the Creation Station. Like, I put it on there, the Creation Station Spy Kids. That's our name. Like, so it's like, yeah, man, I put it out there, even in the credits, man. I put their names on there and all that.
I got a shout out. Not I don't know too many artists that threw a shout out to me on their albums, man.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm one of them. I had to on it. You talk about the outro.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta love me. You ain't got. Listen, that's one of them Johns I don't forget. who helped me. That's why I know if I was ever in a position where I had money, I would be in a great, because I would put other people in a great position. I don't forget. I don't forget. I'm not one of them people that's going to be like, oh, now when these new people, popping people come around me, when I got it, I already see. Being an overthinker, it's a gift and a curse. I already see why you're around. So with my outro, and again, I had to apologize to my wife because I ain't even think my family, man. I ain't even think my family. She pointed that out to me. I'm like, oh shit, I definitely didn't. Like, but yeah, man, everybody that helped me through the process, because it was hard. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I appreciate everybody who fucking helped. Like, even if it's like, yo, put me on a joint, put me on a track, keeping me on point, just saying that I ain't a popular boy, but still wanting to do write-ups, trying to help, all that shit, man. All that shit do not go unnoticed. Like, not for me. It may go from like other people, not for me.
Right, yeah.
Like,
certain people like definitely show appreciation. You know what I'm saying? You're one of them. You always, I know it's real. I know it's genuine. You know what I mean?
I have a habit of saying, anytime I say something, I have it always saying, I appreciate you. Always saying that. Anytime I tweet, anytime you put you comment something, or you put a fire joint or whatever the case may be, I put, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Like, because I feel like appreciation is not shown enough. And
so undervalued.
Like, a lot of people try to make it about themselves. Yeah, I'm self-made. No, man, nobody is well, I ain't gonna say nobody is self-made, but I mean, no, nobody is self-made. Nobody is self-made.
These are opportunities, man. Like, these,
right?
They're given to you.
Exactly.
Like, if God don't want you to have it, like if God wanted to take it from you right now, He could take it.
You know exactly. Hey, bro, listen, dudes, I ain't even know, man. My man Shelter Sound, Donald Moore, man, that's his real name. He on there, man. I don't know if you follow him or not.
Donald Moore? I'm not sure if I know that name.
Shelter Sound. That's his IG joint. Shelter Sound.
I gotta check.
And he on Twitter too. Like, but he don't really be on there. Like, I really see him post. But
wait a minute.
He's out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Well, Georgia. And my man, he the one that did the beat. Still wanna be a street nigga. He did that.
Okay.
He did that, John.
Wait a minute, I might know when you said his real name. I think I know. I might know that. I might know my real name.
So he sent me out of nowhere. It was early in the morning. I'm getting ready for work. He sent me like, yo, I was going through something financially. Like, it was some shit going on that I had to take care of. Yo, he like, yo, what's up with the music? I'm like, yeah, I got shit written, but I mean, shit going like a little left right now, but I'm gonna handle it later on. Like, I'm gonna do music. And this wasn't even his song. Like this was his song. He said, you don't even gotta do my song. He paid for my studio time.
Nice.
He paid for my studio time, and he looked up a studio and paid for the studio session. I'm just like, the fuck?
Wow. And you don't know him like that.
I don't know this man from paint.
People got faith in you, man. Like, that's proof, living proof. People got faith in you.
He paid for my session. I'm just like, damn, dog. Like, there's somebody that see potential. I got a DJ that made a whole Shut the Sound, the same guy. He did a listening party. He did a listening party for Spitter Season.
That's what we need, man. That's what we need.
For Spitter Season, and was writing down to the long ass text, like, boom, of what people thought of each joint, how they reacted, all of that. I'm just like, What the fuck?
Yo, send me his contact.
I got you, bro.
Definitely got to keep up with people like that because he probably know more DJs. Like I know we were talking about lines and all that. What's one of your favorite lines from whatever project of yours that you be wishing like, hey, I wish more people would notice this joint or hear this line.
That's crazy.
One of your favorites.
We talking about Still Want to Be Part 2. No, Part 1. Still Want to Be Part 2 is coming out. That's going to be the female version. Okay. But that track, when I said the ones that say they 10 toes down and start flipping when they going, they all Tyler Perry. No, when you down, they all Tyler Perry. Watch they go missing. That's the goal of mission. No financial way, but you feel like intuition. A lot of people miss. Watch it turn Tyler Perry. Watch they go missing. Watch they go missing. Yes. That's my goal of mission. Like, I wish more people caught that. And
that's disgusting, bro. That line is crazy.
It's never line, bro. Think what I say. Call me James Earl Ray. I kill dreams. Like, do people know who James Earl Ray is?
Damn,
like,
bro.
James Earl Ray. A lot of people don't even know who that is. I wish more people. And that's my problem. Not even that's people problem. I feel like a lot of people.
Lil Wayne gets away with it. Lil Wayne says people's names that he makes cadences that when he was hot, he made cadences that his crowd didn't know. We knew because we hip hop heads. But his general crowd didn't even know them cadences. You know what I mean? That's what used to get me.
Bro, that shit like I've been rapping since '96, so I used to think 16 bars with 32 bars.
It took me a minute to know what bars were. After I wrote my first joint, my sister heard it, and she was like, oh, she wanted to hear me because she rapped way before me. Like she been a rapper, and when she heard me, she brought me around her homies that she was rhyming with, and they taught me how to make 16 bars. They taught me how to break. They was like yo, you. They looked at my rhyme, the page. They're like, yo, you got like 3 verses in this one little thing right here. It was like, you could break this down.
It's a whole song. You don't wrote 3 songs in one song.
You know what I mean? Like I had no clue. I was just rhyming.
Right.
And then when I started to get used to the beats, I started to hear it. I started to hear what the 16 bars were. You know what I mean? So it got to the point where if you threw the beat on and you was like, yo, freestyle, I could freestyle 16 bars and shut the fuck up right after, you know what I'm saying? Right after that 16 bar. Like, with this, you can go crazy. You can go crazy. Yeah. But this ain't about me. It's about you tonight, man.
Bro, hey, listen, man. And also, man, this week on a lot of shit with 2020, man. I got into an accident that broke my tooth. My teeth on the top. So me being an artist, and it cracked the tooth on the top. So me being an artist, bro, that put me on. I don't know if you've seen my story on IG when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit rapping. Like, I'm done rapping. I'm done and I'm about to start producing. That was because of that, man. It was like a confidence thing.
It made me want to ask you, because you said something about producing have you been producing these beats lately?
I've been working on producing beats. I've been working on learning how to make beats. I really want to get into that because I feel like I will fuck some beats up. Like I feel like I got an ear for music, man, period. I wanted to get in that, but that was the reason why I made that decision. But then I retracted it, boom, came back. And if you peep my Twitter, John, my pin tweet is, I got into an accident, cracked my tooth or whatever. Bring the jokes. Like, bring the jokes. I'm not.
That's what I saw about the producing.
Like I said I was gonna quit rapping. It was because I didn't have the confidence, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I am who I am. Bring your jokes. And I ain't get no jokes. None of that. But that was like 2020, bro, was one of those joints like, man, you either fight or you flight. And if you fight in 2021, you're going to lose. You're going to fail miserably. Like, I feel like this is the year of accomplishments. This is the year of execution. And I'm 30, I'll be 38. So it's like, all right, the whole dream of, I don't want to be signed. And that's the crazy thing. I don't want to be signed, bro. I would much rather do the whole independent thing. And I don't want to be locked to nobody. I don't want to deal with whatever bullshit y'all got going on in that industry that I'm scared of because I got a family. So and I done seen and did some shit, but I ain't fucking with whatever y'all got going on.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't want to put on the uniform. You know, I don't want to put on the uniform of some record label. You know what I mean? Especially with what record labels are right now. They're not even like promoting people. Like, they'll sign you and you got to go do all this promoting. You feel me? And then you got to make back all this money, and you only getting a certain percentage of what's supposed to be your assets. You know what I'm saying? They really eating off of you.
Right. Listen, some guy who used to work for Def Jam named Ronnie J. He verified on IG and all that. He reached out to me, called me and all that. How he got my number? He got my number through IG, through IG or whatever. But he hit me up and he like, yeah, man, I saw your music on YouTube. You want to open up for Lil Baby this weekend? Google this article. Google my name. All of this, all of that. But he just like, yeah, you want to open up this weekend? I could basically fly you out, boom, whatever you get out of it. And this was like a month ago. But he started talking money. Which is not a big deal. Like, you're supposed to invest in yourself. And he was like, United Masters. United Masters. They require like a certain amount that you gotta. And he like, you do the show, boom. If you don't get signed from the show, then you still get 10,000. This is what being said. And I know there's a lot of scammers and shit going on. But he reached out to me, like, because I DM'd him, like, yo, somebody is using your name and trying to get bread. He like, no, that was me. Like, that was me. And he like, yo, that's just the fee that they charge. Mm-hmm. But from what you'll make from, like, whatever the show, whatever, you would still get paid. The money, it wasn't an issue. My thing, like, do you want to get involved? He like a distribution deal. I'm thinking, do you want to get involved in that shit?
Oh, distribution, okay.
Like, but do you want to get involved with them? Like, he left Def Jam and started his own little label.
I mean, you can get with United Masters without, almost just like you do Ditto or Distro or TuneCore. It's pretty much just like that.
Okay. Yeah, man, but that's my thing. Like, I'm not really focused on the deal. I want to make money off my music. I want to make money off my music. I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be that, bro. Like,
investing in the physicals definitely can help. You know what I'm saying? And there has to be some press release that's worth paying. A lot of them is phony. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do some
Right.
fake spins and all of that, fake bots. But there's got to be somebody out there that does a real press release. You know what I mean? That's gonna help you get some.
Yeah.
Some
My
promotion.
man Bear One, man, my engineer, man, who I go to exclusively studio. Um, he used to A&R for Def Jam. So I always I always contact him, get in contact with him whenever there's like a music issue going on. He like, I don't know, bro. I'm he like, man, he seemed legit, like he legit. But it is what it is, man. I know if one person heard that, I know it's other people that's listening as well, and they want to work with me and all of that. So it's not. I look at it like it's not a loss for me because I reached back out to him like, yo, Kim, like we try to work, boom, 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 boom. He ain't never reached back out, so I'm like, it's not really a loss to me.
That's
It's
Steve Stout's company. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I have a homie that had an experience with them. It wasn't really a great experience, and
Right.
it's split reviews when it comes to United Masters, just like any other company or any other
Yeah,
studio.
yeah,
Big. You got to have some type of ego, some type of attitude to be Steve Stout.
yeah. Right. And my thing is, bro, I ain't no fake nigga, bro. Like
Exactly.
I feel weird doing fake shit. I feel weird, and I feel like if my goal was to get signed, that would be my holdback. Like that would be what's holding me back because I'm not for gimmicks.
I don't even like to be forced to have to comment on something fake or
Right.
respond to something fake. You know what I mean?
Listen, bro. Somebody who's not really who's in the music. My man, Mir Chili, I believe that's his name on Twitter and shit. He was like, bro, I feel like you because I posted a picture with my son mask on, and it was like one of those like dart gun masks, little kid
Oh,
man, and he like, yo, I think that should be your thing. I think that should be your thing, like the mask thing. And I'm like, a fucking mask. Like, I ain't with no mask. But listen, here's my thing. I also, like the other day, man, I feel like y'all show me things so clearly that it's supposed to be like, if I was a fucking idiot, I wouldn't get it. Or I wouldn't see it. I would take it as nothing. He showed me who I feel like Kanye, he's an asshole, but he's a musical genius, in my opinion. Like musically, he's a fucking genius. I think he's more of a genius when it comes to the beats and when it comes to the evolution. And I saw a moment when I believe it was Yeezus when he was wearing mask. He was wearing mask, but he was who he was. He was who he was. It wasn't like, yo, you a fucking weirdo, or what the fuck is you doing, or all of this. He was in a different zone at that time, a whole different mental. That's who he felt like represented him.
I feel like Cameron is a product of like I feel like Kanye is a product of Cameron. Like there was beats that Cameron, a particular style of beats that Cameron used to rock, like the hit makers, you know what I'm saying, at that time, that
Yeah.
Kanye started to patent his style on. And then the rhyme style that Cameron has, how he'll say something with a double, he'll say something two ways that, they sound the same, but they got two different meanings. Kanye ran with that. You know what I'm saying? So I
Hey,
kind of feel like he did have an influence on Kanye.
hell yeah. And listen, I feel like as far as Kanye, bro, he one of them artists to me. I respect him because he's an artist. He's not a spitter. He's not a lyricist, in my opinion. He's not a spitter.
He's a great artist.
He's a great artist because he has writers. I don't like. He has writers. Consequence, Ron Fest, Sahada, Prince, all of that.
Guess who used to see Consequence when they was a little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He from Linden. Yeah, he from Linden.
That's crazy, bro. Like, but he's one of those dudes that you're not. I would never put you in. Same thing with Drake, bro. Once you get into the category where another nigga writing your shit, bro, you can eat a dick when it comes to the all that, bro. So I feel
we had to go through so much. We had to write our own rhymes. We had to make songs. We had to be able to freestyle too. And we had to battle, and we had to freestyle battle. You know what I mean?
Bro, it was, listen, that was like the golden era for me, man. Because I used to walk around with my rap book. Everybody knew. I walk around with my rap book. I had so many rap books that I used to, it's this rapper who got locked up, like, because the nigga was really living like the realest, like me, like a few others who really lived what they rapped about. The nigga, all right, he locked up now, man. His name Hollow Man. Hollow Man from SMS. Man, just look him up too, man. Hollow Man, I believe his name on Instagram is Rollo. I'm gonna send you all this information.
Okay.
But he was considered the best in the hood, right? Because he was from 30th Street. I'm from the trades, 33rd Street. I ran shit on 33rd Street. He ran shit on the trades. No, he ran shit on 30th Street. Well, Napa Street, I say. Like, I say Napa Street. His team was 18 or Team A. My team was, at the time, it was FAF, Firearm Faculty. I got it on my but I tell everybody it's family always first now. So, yeah, FAF. So, that whole thing, we came together. It was almost like, it reminded me of a DMX and Jay-Z situation. He was the gutter nigga. Gutter. Like, he talked pain. The nigga was hot. And he got videos on YouTube too, bro. I want you to like really check him out. Like Hollow Man. Not the Hollow Man from PC. Not the Hollow Man that battled who did he battle? Fuck, I forgot who he battled. But not PC.
You said SMS?
Yeah, SMS, Hollow Man. His name may not be his name on IG, but I'm gonna send you his jump. He was one of the hottest. Before him, it was somebody named Kim Rock. Now, Kim Rock, he was from the same area, but he was before Hollow. Because he was in a group called Diamond District. Diamond District was Diamond Street in Philly, and them niggas was hot. Them niggas really inspired me to rap. Them, the Figgas, all of that, like Major Figgas, Most Wanted, Beans, of course. Bro, I work in like I'm gonna get to that part. Like, that's a major part of me. But and we battled one time, me and Hollow Man. Bro, we battled for like an hour and some change, if not longer. I had to work. I was working at the prison. I was working at CFCF, working in the kitchen. Like a legit job. And it's late as shit at night. 12 noon, midnight. 12 midnight, we rapping. I pull up to a cipher, boom. And they like, let Merlino and Hollow rap. I bet. We go back and forth. He give me his styles, I give him my styles. He talk about an issue, you think you got me? No, I got the same joints. We go back and forth to the point where it was like, niggas say, all right, let somebody else rap. Like, this is how much I wrote. Like, I wrote. And I start, when I was a young boy, like when I was younger, we always looked up to Major Figgas. Always looked up to Major Figgas. And we used to go to the little performances that they used to do at the little rec centers. And I remember me, for my man I was talking about, like the boy I was talking about.
Yeah, J4.
We went up there and we trying to get a CD, we trying to get an autograph, or we rap for him and all that. A year later, they wound up coming around our way with the nigga I'm grinding with, I'm hustling with, and they start hanging around. Now I'm around these niggas. I'm recording music with Major Figgas, with the same niggas that I wanted to be around. Yeah. I'm watching Spado, man, go into the booth and just rap. Rap, bro, like nothing written down, just rap on top of your dome. I only heard of Jay-Z doing it. I only heard of Jay-Z because he used to always brag about him doing that. Like, just no pen and all that. I used to watch this nigga do this. That nigga became my big to Jay-Z, how Jay-Z looked that big. Like, Spade, I always look at that nigga like, yeah, he was the best out of the squad. Always will be. I asked my man, hey, yo, how much would you charge me for a feature? I asked other members, how much you charge me for a feature? He like, you gotta go to my management, which I respect, whatever the case may be. All these people that we did tracks with before. I did tracks with before, like in the past. I asked Spade, yo, man, how much would you charge me for a feature? And they said, for you, nothing. They was getting ready to be signed with D-Block at the time. I used to be on the phone when they used to be on the phone with Kiss Style, Sheik, all the niggas. They used to be on the phone with these niggas. I used to talk to these dudes. They telling me, when they get signed, they putting me on. And, like, I'm taking you with me. And then something happened. Spade wound up getting locked up. All that shit just went down. Like, so that shit was like, that shit had me for years, like, saying, man, fuck rap. I ain't rapping no more. I'm cool.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that.
I was close. I was this close. This close, bro. And all that shit. And I was there when it all fell apart, bro. And I'm just like, this shit is pointless at this point. Like, it's pointless. But working with them dudes, man, that shit was like made me. He used to say, yo, say it like this. Mm-hmm. Say it like this. Say it like this, and try to say it like that. All right. I say it like that because I'm going off your word.
There is a difference when you build a rhyme with a pen or when you build a rhyme in your head. Like, because there's been times where, remember CDs, I had like producer homies. I remember one of them gave me a CD and I was taking the turnpike home because it was like at least a 30-minute ride home. So I'm just banging the CD that got instrumentals on it. And I'm like, oh, I like number 8. Let me come up with something. But I'm driving, so I was just doing the 8 bars at a time, and I go back to the beginning. I'm just remembering how I said that. But I remember one time I featured my homie from Delaware, Rico Law. He used to be out there in Philly too, though. I had him on a joint called White Ghost. And I remember he made it to the studio. It was already type late at night, but he came through, and he was like, yeah, this the joint right here. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He said, all right, I'm ready. I'm like, what? Like, this nigga he came into the studio, bro. He said, all right, I'm ready. Yo, the nigga walked in there and laid it. You know what I mean? He walked in the booth and laid it, bro. I was like, what just happened?
What is going on? Like, listen, bro. We used to do that, just sit around and tighten each other up, like the sharpen each other up, just put an instrumental on, we all be in a circle. And this the Trey's days.
Yeah.
like, and just spit, freestyle, put the beat on, boom, or who gonna go, and just freestyle and just go. Like right now, I'm trying to tighten it back up because I really, being that I went from the negative to the conscious, that kind of made it harder for me to freestyle certain things because I'm so right. I'm so used to saying shit easily. If I rap on some like just some regular shit, it's easy for me to freestyle. Easy for me to freestyle, but for me to say something conscious is like, it's weird, man. Somebody asked me, how do I view myself? What do I see myself as? Like, what kind of artist do I see myself as? And
I can't
I feel like
self-categorize myself like that. I can't.
It's hard. But I asked them, how do you see me as an artist? He said, street conscious. That makes perfect sense. I'm very street conscious. I live the street life. I know what's going on in the street, but I'm very conscious. But it's not like conscious of the streets. It's
you have
simply
the edge, you got the background, you got the ingredients of the streets. You know what I mean? Like by default, you got the ingredients. You know what I mean?
simply complex, bro. Like that's, I swear, man, it's about to be the EP. Simply complex,
simply complex was perfect.
like that's who I am. I'm both sides, and that's why I said, man, the Brenda Center, like Brenda's winner and the Brenda Center, that's me. If you didn't know who I was through Say King, If God Had a Face, Heavy Crown, no, if Dope Had a Face, I mean, Heavy Crown, Say King, Spit a Season, you would, I feel like you really couldn't know who I am. You really couldn't know who I am because it was kind of like, I'm on this one side, just conscious. I'm trying to be conscious.
But that was part of your purpose, though. You know what I mean? Delivering that
Right.
so that they can know that.
Right. Like I put,
Would you
man.
say that that's the next project though? The Simply Complex. That's the next idea. What you working on?
After the Marvel thing, My Life is a Comic Book. After that, man, I feel like, man, that's gonna be crazy, man. I also got this idea, man. I don't care, man. I ain't tell nobody because I ain't want nobody to steal my idea and shit. Man, but if somebody do it before me, man, y'all blessed, man. I hope you, man, I wish you the best. But I was gonna do a movie, like not a movie, an album. No, an EP, I'm sorry. An EP that's telling a story about like a North Philly tale, telling a story. And in the studio, I'm recording all sounds. So it's not just when it first come on, you'll hear. It's almost like a musical. It's almost like a musical, like a show that I also want to put a visual to, so that, let's say if it starts off with people talking, and then you'll hear steps, like they're walking up steps, and then they're talking about the situation. Yeah, yo, what's up? We're gonna do this robbery. Boom, 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 boom. All of that is gonna be on the tracks. All that's gonna be on the track. So when it's time to record, when it's time to film it, all you gotta do is just go off the. All I gotta do is go off the song. Yeah. It's going to be a story, basically, like a 5-track jump, basically like a setup. All right, we got to get this money. Boom, they do the caper, whatever the situation is. Then one of the niggas meet a broad. They start pillow talking, all of this, and the broad end up telling the niggas that got robbed, and end up being all of that, like a whole little story, John. Like I really want, and then make a movie, a little, however the EP is going to be. I wanted to make a movie.
When you say
like
that, it makes me think of, I don't know if you heard this album before, the Sticky Fingers debut album when he went solo, Diary, or the autobiography of Kirk Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar, sounds similar, not the same. But that's the only thing I can compare it to.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be like I want it to be a movie that you can listen to before the visual, and then have the visual to show everything.
That's
But
a
I but
big idea.
like and just have it like a whole like you would think that the whole joint is basically going to be recorded like we recorded a short movie in the studio. We recorded a short movie in the musical studio with the sound effects. If a door open, you'll hear that. You hear all of that shit. You hear a situation. You hear a female talking to him, the pillow talking situation. You hear some shit going on. It's going to be a track, basically a hood musical. You're going to hear a track about, okay, the pillow talking situation. Of course, it got to be a fucking scene because it's pillow talking. So, like, it's going to be a track where he's talking or she or whatever, and they talking about the session that's going on. And then after the song, it keeps going on, and it's like, seem like it's something on your mind. What's on your mind? And then he explained da. And then she go back, and it's like a whole movie. That's my whole plan. Like, I'm trying to do something totally different, bro. Like,
it's cool because the time that we in, you can do exactly that. You can make it the audio and then transfer it. Have bring your camera and all that, and add a movie to it. A short film.
Right.
Like a short EP film. You know what I mean?
Bro.
I do want to get a couple. There's a couple more questions I want to get out, but these are more like general that I like to ask people overall because we're gonna wrap this up in a little bit.
Okay.
Anybody outside? I know you're no longer with UFO, but would you say there's anybody outside of your camp or outside of you that you enjoy listening to right now that's not famous? You know what I mean?
It's not famous. Who do I enjoy listening to? Damn, that's a hard ass question, bro. It's a hard ass question because I'm normally one of them dudes. I don't listen to no fucking body.
That's
like
in your camp. Yeah.
Or I listen to. Matter of fact, boom, I got somebody, man. No disrespect to you, bro. No disrespect to you. Like,
I'm just interviewing.
Right, I don't want to be politically correct and all of that and try to. I know Brasco.
Oh, okay. He's on the album, right?
I don't know if you following.
I just heard him on your album. Like when I heard the winners and the sinners, that was my first time hearing about him.
I know Brasco.
I heard him on another joint before that.
He here's how much of a hater I'm not, bro. Radio just shot his last video. And I went to I know Brasco, like, bro, that was one of the best fucking visuals I ever seen. He had the little fire circle.
Nice.
And he in the middle of the fire, and he had the mic. I'm like, bro, that was fucking crazy. And I don't know if that was his idea, if it was radio idea. It didn't matter. That shit was fucking bananas. Like, so I'm not no hating nigga. I'm not, just because the nigga shot my jaw and I got other people shooting my biz.
That's being real. Like whenever I mean,
bro, that's just me.
You being observant.
I know Brasco, man. That answer your jaw, man.
Shout to I know Brasco.
yeah, hell yeah, man. Like I know Brasco, man. That nigga really blind boy, man. One eye. Blind in one eye, man. Look like a fucking monster. But man, one of the coolest, sternest niggas. Like he ain't even talk charging for the whole Philly John. Like he just wanted to hop on the John. Niggas even said, bro, it's funny as shit, man, for me to admit this. I put I submitted the track to one of these reviews show on IG. Mm-hmm. And the nigga said, man, Brasco left me. I said, ooh. I said, listen, man. I said, hey, yo, them beat me being an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah.
That was like one of them things like, I was never, ever, bro. I've been rapping since '96.
You bring
Never
that,
been.
but you used to bringing that pressure. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And
So
that's
it was
their
like,
opinion. That's their opinion, though. You feel me?
right. So I never looked at it like that. Also, man, I'll put somebody else, man. All the dudes who was on, all the people who was on the feature, who was featured on the Jones, man.
Like
them.
Yeah.
All of them, man. My cousin, a Peeb Legend, who was on the joint with my daughter.
Yeah.
He talking about his daughter, my cousin, my little cousin. Like it's him, Buick B.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Little energy, little young boy. Yo, he's nice.
Wordplay.
He's a killer.
Wordplay, man. That shit. I took him to the studio, bro. My producer, I go to Bear One, man. Shout out to Bear One too, man. I went to Bear One. Bear One was like, hey, yo, man, I gotta get your contact information, bro. I want to work with you. The first time he like, yo, your energy.
Yep.
And the nigga, he remind me of O2 Merlino.
Wow.
O2 Merlino. The energy. My whole thing was I always had, my voice was deeper.
Yeah.
My voice was, niggas used to say I used to sound like Sean. Like I used to rap like, niggas is talking crazy, handle these niggas face. Like, that's how I used to rap.
Mm-hmm.
So, and niggas used to say, yo, your voice is unique. Yo, it's his voice. It's his voice. This nigga, he hop on the drum. I'm just like, yo, this nigga fucking, and he a punchline rapper. Punchline rapper, so that's like my shit. That's my shit. Like, that's what I started off with. So, I'm like, this nigga talking crazy. Like, he on the track, you talking about why when you feeling fly in your ride with the windows tinted, your own people want you to landlord. I'm like, I'm the fuck on, man. I'm like, no, this nigga didn't get on my fucking track.
Nah, but y'all got good chemistry, and it's good that, you know, you see that in him.
Bro, and he said that, man. Like,
oh, he peeped that. He peeped that too.
He said, like, yo, man, we sound good together. Like, I even said, bro, me and Brasco, man, I asked him, like, let's work on a joint. He said, yeah, he working on some shit, but yeah, we could definitely do that. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Bill B. Niggas scared of him. He like, bro, I'm glad you let me rap first. I'm glad you let me rap first. He like, yo, I'm surprised. You let me rap first. I'm not scared of bars, bro. Like, I love that shit. Like,
that's why I chose you for Track Murderers Row, because, like, I feel like you go through the same thing that I go through, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Probably even more. Like, they know we here, bro. They know we exist.
Right.
They denying the mandatory. They giving up they title so that they ain't gotta fight the mandatory. You know what I'm
saying? Right. Exactly what it is, man. And I want to work with anybody. I ain't got no problem working with nobody.
What would you say is the least rapper thing that you do that people would be like, oh, what people
like, what you mean?
And you're like a part of, like, and you're not necessarily making music, just out of your day. Maybe whether it's watching a different type of genre, or a food that you might like, a place that you might like to go to, that they just wouldn't expect you to do it. Maybe from your North Philly mechanisms, maybe from just who you are in your rhymes, your least expected thing that you enjoy doing.
I feel like it's the Marvel thing was one of the things I embraced more. I put out there, like my love for that shit. Like, yeah, man, that's my passion. Like I really fuck with that world. Like with that whole, like, because I feel like there's people, man. I feel like y'all gave us all powers, and just because we don't see it, or just because we don't. Oh, we can't fathom the thought. there are people who are, he said himself, I will give you powers greater than mine.
Yo.
Like,
and
so,
he mentioned creatures that we're not gonna be able to fathom, like you said. Yeah, we won't. He mentioned
exactly.
that.
So my whole thing is, bro, that shit is like, is amazing to me, man. And for me to even start being comfortable and stop being like, all right, man, I'm no longer this fucking gangster. I mean, I handle my business, if need be, but I got a family now, so I'm not this dude no more. I want to continue to keep telling my story because maybe somebody hear it and be like, yo, like somebody from Ohio, they sent me an email like, bro, your song Black Boy Lost. Like, I was on some shit, like I was like ready to give up on shit, and Black Boy Lost, not Black Boy Lost. It was Going Nowhere.
Going nowhere, yeah. Going.
And he like wrote the second verse that really had me on some shit like, no, man, stop stressing. Like, what you stressing about?
Yeah,
like, what you stressing about?
That's a
and I'm like,
when you can reach people like that, man.
Bro, and I don't know this man. Like from a can of paint, but that's exactly what I was supposed to fucking do. That's exactly
keep doing this, man. That's why you got to keep doing this, because there's tens of thousands or more, or possibly hundreds of thousands or more people that can feel just like that.
How are you? Right, exactly, bro. Like, exactly. So it's like, man, my whole thing is, I ain't got to be the most popular. I don't care to be the most popular, because I feel like, and another thing that people want me to do or want me to be on and want me to be is be a rapper, act like a rapper.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm just me.
I'm a father, a husband, a grandfather, who just happen to know how to rap very well. That's it. Like, I work at a daycare. My name is Mr. Owl. Like, that's what most people know me. Most of the kids know me as. That's why I'll post Mr. Owl activated, because I'm in that mode. I'm in that mode to where it's about, okay, the kids and all of that, and I gotta do this, and I'm the only man there at the daycare. So it's like, I feel I know my role there. I'm the protector.
How do you keep finding these I'm the only dude positions, man?
I don't know. I think that's where I'm supposed to be, man. I think that it's just, I'm supposed to be there, because I always felt like, my wife, she really, we had issues with this thing, but I don't really get along with too many niggas, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. You mentioned I used to go with this girl like years ago, and I worked in this. I did phone sales, and the building, it had like 2 or 3 different rooms, but one main office was the admin office, and
right.
all the admin was women. So you had to pass by all of them to get to the boss's office. So it sounds cool. It sounds cool, like, oh, I get to go into the room that got all these women in it. But it's when you start to hear the things that these women say under their breath when you walk by, like it felt like that Mel Gibson movie, What Women Want, when you can hear their thoughts. It felt like that. And all of a sudden, it didn't feel so cool that every chick was saying, oh, like, you could tell what they looking at. You could tell, like, like it didn't feel so good. It felt like them.
Right, exactly. Listen, it's I'm blessed because my wife actually works at the daycare with me.
Oh, that's hopefully that's a little easier. But yeah, the chick that I was with, she saw them girls. She saw some of them girls one day. She was like, "Oh, that's who you."
Listen, because in the situations, man, like even the whole me going to nursing assistant school, and I'm the only man, man. They will look at that like, wow, that's a man is. I love that, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, okay, I know this is easy. If I was one of them dudes, oh, this would be nothing. Like
Right,
this is
right.
like super sweet just off the strength of who I am. But ultimately, man, people want me to be a rapper, man. I'm not no Griselda rapper. I'm not no I ain't no Griselda. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to brr you to death. I'm not going. And no disrespect to them. I love them niggas, bro.
I mean, you got a lot more versatility than, I mean, not like I said, nothing against them, but just the typical popular guy in the circuit right now, you got more versatility there. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate that, bro. But I'm not as popular, so
There's some, there's things that we ain't gonna do that some cats is doing. You know what I mean?
right, right.
And
I'm not.
and
That,
even in the music, like the thing you just pointed out is something, the repetitiveness. There's nothing like you know what I mean? It's crazy that at one time you were criticized if you was repetitive.
right.
It wasn't cool to be repetitive. A lot of stuff that we couldn't do in the late 90s, early 2000s is killing the game right now. Like that's all right. A lot of that stuff is okay. You can do it.
That's what put you on nowadays.
Yeah.
And I can't keep on doing that, man. Like me personally, I can't do that shit.
Nah.
I can't keep talking about the same. If I talk about the same thing, it's because I feel like y'all motherfuckers not getting it.
They're not listening. Yeah.
Put it in a different way. And let me even put it in a way to where, okay, I may say a few curse words. Mm-hmm. Let me curse to try to reach y'all now. Let me
speak your language.
Yeah, right.
Dumb it down.
Bro, that's why I'm so much with in tune with the kids at the daycare. They listen to me. Thing is, I talk to them like they talk to each other. I'm not going, hey, you can't, hey, yo, dog, what is you doing? Like, what is you doing? Like, yo, you bugging right now. Like, this is how I talk to them. And they receive it because they talk to each other like that.
That's like I talk to my son. Just like that.
Yep. What is you doing? Like, come on, man. Yeah, man.
I think that, like you said, the multiple projects that you're working on right now, I think that's going to be a big hit. And you're already getting people reaching out to you. So there's going to be more traction. Definitely keep blessing us with music, man. I'm a fan. And I appreciate you stopping through, staying up with me. I'm about to get right too. Just don't be indoors with it. You're making me jealous.
Bro, I'm up. I'm gonna be up like for a while. I took a nap. I'm up.
Well, what I'll do then, I'll share. I know it just turned 11 not too long ago. My homie Mofo Harvey, who you can also get interviews with. She'll play your joints on her show Radio Zero on Spreaker.com. I'll send you a link, and most likely she's gonna have some hip hop, some R&B playing, and I'll introduce you to her too, so you can get an episode. You know what I mean?
Bro, I appreciate you, man.
All right, and now again, Pete, this the new segment, Night Lights. Make sure everybody y'all follow King Merlino. You want to spell it for him or tell him any other socials to get at or any other way to get at you?
King Merlino on all platforms. On Facebook though, man, I put my name on there, Albert Manny Johnson. Yeah, man, that's my name, Albert Johnson. So I'm wherever, man. Wherever, man. All platforms, man. All my music on all platforms. You ain't even gotta buy the shit. Just stream it. Shit.
Buy it anyway. Book him for shows too, man. King Merlino. But yeah, the latest. I definitely wanted to touch, like we did. I wanted to touch a lot on the latest project. I've written up some of the early ones, but work of art. Brenda's Winner, Brenda's Center. I think are some of the candidates for album of the year. I've heard a few that I think are incredible. But even though that was like right at the end, but that's kind of like that's 2020 and 2021, if you kind of say, you know what I mean? But
bro, I was pissed when it was like no. I gotta understand, man. I'm working on myself, man. I'm growing. I'm trying to grow. I'm looking like, damn, dog. Like I put 3 projects out in 1 year in my city. It's not y'all having Philly Hip Hop Awards and all of this stuff, and I'm feeling like, yo, I'm putting out some shit. I'm putting some shit out, but I have to grow. I had to grow and realize like it ain't for everybody.
Right.
It's for everybody, man. Like the Robin the Block. Hey, him and nigga in the block. That's what
Yo, it's so cookie cutter. Like anybody can do that, bro. The most suburban, disconnected kid can do that.
and get on, go viral.
Get on, bro. Rapper overnight. That's another subject, man. Definitely enjoy this with you though, King.
Yeah, sure, brother.
But yeah, man, big salutes. Peace and love, man. What it sound like? We're gonna chop this up, man. Easy.
Yes, sir. Be safe, bro.
You too, brother.